Hey Saggies, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome to LettiSpeaks. Welcome back. If you're returning, if you're new and you are liking the readings, you're liking the energy, please consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so that you can be notified of any new videos posted or content or when I go live. Also, like, share, comment. That goes for my returning subscribers as well. Hey, my Saggies, welcome, all of you. So today we're doing a reading to take a look at the current energies. We're going to look at the past, present, future, any challenges coming in right now, and the outcome of any current energies you're dealing with, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. We won't delay the time. So for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm hearing that. So you may have Sagittarius in any of those placements. Saggy, let's take a look. What's happening for you right now. First, we're going to look into the past. So for Saggy, in the past, what energies do you want to bring out today, Spirit? Hope you guys are well and staying cool out there. We have the Page of Swords. In the present, we have the Magician. And for future, for Saggy, in the future for Sagittarius, we have the Three of Pentacles. All right. All right. Any challenges coming in for Sagittarius? We have the Knight of Swords. And what is the outcome for Sagittarius? What's the outcome? Ooh, we have the Devil and the outcome. Wow, Saggy. Okay, this will be interesting. All right, and so to start, it almost feels like, and we'll clarify a little later, like there was something that piqued your interest, something that set you on a course, right? Some level of truth or energy that came in that kind of sparked a flame. You took it and you ran with it and got to work with the Magician and started to really work to bring that to fruition. And you took a leadership role in that, whatever that was. In the future, it shows working towards this, still working on this. This could be something that actually turns into something rather big. I'm looking at the skyscraper. Whatever it is, you're committed to it, and I do see you continuously working towards that in the future and building on that. Now, the challenge that comes in is the Knight of Swords. And so this could be, I'm looking at him on the internet, right? This could be around receiving the right information. This could be around you know, the type of information being received, and it's possibly has something to do with the information. There's something about information. I don't know if that is coming from you towards you, but we'll definitely clarify that. Some level of information, possibly has something to do with the web, the World Wide Web. I'm seeing that as well. And then in the outcome, I have the devil. Oh my. So let's do a little bit of clarifying. So I'll go ahead and pull out more information for these energies, and we will dive into your message, Saggy, okay? All right, Saggy, let's jump in. So in the past, we had the Page of Swords and the energy of the activist. So there was something that sparked your curiosity, and that turned into action, rather joyful action. It turned into almost like a movement, right? I feel like this inspired an energy of movement within you, especially with the Chariot. As you can see, she's moving very powerfully. And along with her is this whole steed of horses following her. There's a level of influence that she is moving in. And so it's almost like your actions is bringing people along with you, or the actions that you took. It actually started something. There was something that you could have started when you decided going in this direction, or following this clarity that came in for you. Whatever was making you feel abundant and joyful, it started this energy right around you. And I feel like you're someone who has always been able to influence people. There's a level of influence that you have started with this, whatever this was. I feel like it definitely is pitted around community. It's pitted around not only you, but possible those around you, possibly looking into your bloodlines, ancestors, children, generations. It feels generational. And so whatever this is, I feel like has not only set the moment or the past, that moment in the past where you decided to embark on this mission. It not only set the moment on fire, but it actually is something that is going to affect generations as well. You may not know that. But the Ten of Pentacles is legacy energy. You may have even started a legacy, right? Now in the present, we have what I thought was the Magician. It's not the Magician. It's the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Which makes sense. We're looking at the matriarch. And so you sit in this energy right now at the head of the table, and I feel like you sit in this energy, but you also carry a very humble energy. Like the seat that you have was one that was a costly seat, right? You don't just sit there because it looks good. You sit there because there was time, there was effort, there were sacrifices that you made. With the Hermit here and the Star, not only were there sacrifices and time put in, I feel like this is something that was appointed to you. And so right now you sit kind of like in this leadership position. This could be family, right? It could be communities, but there's this leadership position that you sit in a spiritual aspect, right? I feel a heavy level of spiritual authority here. And this is something that was appointed for you. You were led here with the Star, right? And then with the Hermit, again, this is something that was that drew you here, right? And this speaks of process, of, especially the hermit. You know, this is going out to be alone, to get wisdom, to get clarity, and to get an understanding, to get guidance and direction. So you were led here right where you are today. And I feel like you're in a seat of leadership in a maternalistic way. And it says matriarch, so it almost feels like not just your family, but families, right? It's almost like if there was a hierarchy, you would be like the leader of that hierarchy as it pertains to the family. You are the mother of mothers, it feels like. Now, currently, where you are. Now, looking towards the future, I feel like with the Three of Pentacles, there's something in regards to this energies that we're feeling in the past. This journey that you set off to in the past with the Page of Swords, that inspiration that came in and set you off on a journey, right? And has placed you in a certain level of authority. And in the future, that's going to lead you to a certain kind of work, right? This shows a physical demonstration of the work. But I really do feel like this is going to be like a spiritual work. And it's going to be something rather significant, something rather big, right? It's clarified by the Hierophant and Justice. It's going to be something that's definitely needed. And this is going to bring in a level of balance, not only in your life, not only in those that connected to you, I think overall, okay? And this has a lot to do with giving, sharing, receiving, balance in that way, right? Now, as we look into the challenge around this for you, Sagittarius, we pulled out the Knight of Swords. But interestingly, this is pointing to a specific energy. He's on the internet, right? Usually the Knight of Swords is the energy of inspiring one to get clear, right? Inspiring one to find out, like, make solid strategies and plans towards something, right? Acquiring knowledge. But with this, it's almost like acquiring the knowledge has caused some type of confusion, right? Some type of manipulation with the knowledge that's being acquired. And there's an awakening that's happening to that, right? We have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. This knowledge, whatever it is that you have been acquiring, has actually caused things to be shaky and unstable and scattered, and has caused a lot of anxiety. This is the challenge, right? And it's becoming aware of that. I feel like it's being aware of how the information that you're pulling in is affecting you, is what Spirit is bringing out. This is the challenge here. It's causing insecurities, possibly. It's also possibly a level of manipulation coming through this information. The hacker is someone who's able to get in and possibly get into information that they shouldn't have. A hacker can also get into systems and make people see what they want them to see. Manipulation, right? And so, or insecurity and feeling like something's not safe, right? And so that's the challenge. It's around information that you could possibly be pulling in. There's a need to be discerning around that with the Judgment here, to be very critical and judgmental around what it is that you are consuming when it comes to information, okay? And acquiring knowledge. There's a time to be critical And this is that time for you, Sagittarius. Now, as we go to the outcome of this energy, whatever this is that you've been set off into the distance to accomplish, right? Currently, it looks like the outcome is the devil, right? And I know people will think, oh my gosh, the devil is automatically bad. It's energy, okay? Now, the devil usually talks about things like obsession, being unable to control yourself when it comes to someone or something. The devil also talks about manipulation, control, right? It talks about addictions. It talks about the energy that will come in to cause confusion and to stop things from flowing, right? It wants to cause chaos, right? And so I feel like this is coming in to bring awareness to things that would not allow you to live in the moment, to live in the flow of the moment, things that would not allow you to continue to live your life, that would tempt you to hold on to things and not let go. Things that will stifle natural movement and try to get you to control things, right? And so as we move into the outcome, the devil comes out, but it also is clarified by the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So first of all, the 8 of Cups talks about moving away. And so I feel like that's letting you know possibly some challenges that you will be faced with in the outcome. I feel like some of the things that will cause us to try to gravitate towards these energies is like having so much that we no longer have to wait for things, right? There could be a level of success and abundance that's going to be overflowing, so much so that these particular energies will be very easy to gravitate towards, right? When you have a certain level of success, you start to many times change how you live, change your lifestyle, your options change. The fact that you no longer have to wait for things changes you, you know? And so in the outcome, I feel like it's pointing to the need to continue to move to higher levels of ascension, right? Not to settle, but to continue to move forward, possibly past these types of energies that the devil will come in and inspire when you reach success. Now, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse is not having to sit around and watch and wait. You know, usually the 7 of Pentacles is working and tilling the ground, and she's, you know, taking care of her garden. There's a lot of work that gets put into that garden. There's weeding, there's tilling, there's watering, making sure it gets sun, making sure you're taking care of anything that would come in to destroy the flowers, right? There's a lot of work. Now, the 7 is in reverse, so this may point to the fact that you may no longer have to work in the future. That you'll be moving from where you are to a higher level of success, where you no longer have to work. The devil also represents an overflow of abundance of money, right? I feel like because the clarification is the 8 of emotions, which is the 8 of Cups, and the 7 of materials in reverse, that's what it's saying. So it sounds bad at first, but really it's letting you know that you're going to reach a place where you no longer have to work, okay? Because of the success of what this is that you're building. Take it as it resonates, okay? If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. But that's what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. Now, let's go ahead and get some more advice as we end this out. Now that we know the energies that Spirit has made us aware of, especially in the outcome. I think that's the most important one, because it's kind of, Spirit is telling you what's coming, but Spirit is also letting you know the responsibilities around what's coming and the dangers, the temptations, and the pitfalls that come, right, with the level of success that's headed your way. And so, let's see. I feel like in the when it's all said and done in the outcome, this is a very easy lifestyle that I'm seeing here. And what else do you have for Sagittarius here, Spirit? All right, 3 very interesting energies. We have survival, we have bond, and we have observation. So 2 of these I'm very familiar with. Observation is, Spirit is asking you to be in the energy of observing, like you are the observer, and your job is to observe and learn, right? You know what you know. You need help with what you don't know. So now you should be in the energy of observing and learning. And you can do that by, looking at people who are doing what you're doing. You don't always have to offer up the right answer in a classroom setting or in a coaching setting. Like, you could just sit back and learn, right? It's a watching, a curiosity, it's an intrigue that allows you to be open to receive new information, or be open to see if there's new information to be learned, right? It's that kind of energy. There could be something of value that Spirit wants you to be aware of that will possibly make what you're doing easier. But if you're paying attention, you'll be able to catch it. If you're not, you won't. So Spirit wants you to know that there's something that's coming your way that may indicate, a better way to do what it is that you're doing, or a more efficient way to do what it is that you're doing. And so this is a time that Spirit is letting you know when to listen and stop talking, right? So that you can catch it. Okay? So right now, Spirit wants you in the energy of observing and looking for things that you can learn, things of value, right? Not everything will appear valuable when you first see it. And that's why you have to sit back and listen. Sometimes things don't really appear to be valuable until after you watch it a while, or watch them a while, right? Because not everybody's going to tell you right off the bat that they have something to offer. And so it does you well. It will do you well, Sagittarius, to sit back and observe, right? Don't just walk in like you know everything, and, that's not what we're doing. Bond. Now with the energy of bond, it almost feels like they are tearing a heart apart. Doesn't that look like they're tearing a heart apart? Now, this is almost like this represents a karmic relationship or a connection that it's something that goes beyond the everyday existence, right? I guess that's why the heart is there, and the heart has wings on it too, because this is something that's not carnal. It could be a relationship, it could be a career, it could be a place, it could be like a passion, a hobby, it could be a deep soul level connection, but this is something, that's why the heart is there, because this is something that's going to resonate deep within your heart. And it's going to be something that intrinsically feels like it aligns with you for some reason. Again, it could be any of those things, right? It could represent a karmic relationship or a connection that goes beyond everyday existence, but it has a higher purpose. That's the key. And it's something that you'll know that it's that, because every time you try to move away from it, something yanks you back to it, right? There's an energy that pulls you back to it where you need to be, because there's something that is supposed to be learned. That's the purpose of a karmic relationship. It's a lesson. There's something that you're learning through this connection. And so this bond card means that you have connections, or a connection that you're supposed to be learning something. And so whatever that is that you've been trying to thrust past, but it's not that easy, that's probably what Spirit is pointing to. And this may be here, whatever this connection is, to help you reach a goal, right? Again, it's a lesson that's being learned. And so understand that we shouldn't be so quickly to throw out the baby with the bathwater. Sit back and watch, right? Keep watching. Observation is playing a heavy role here. This is a time to watch and learn, right? You don't even have to say much. And then we have the energy of survival. In this energy, the little bird is trapped, right? Being watched by a fox who's probably hungry and waiting on a meal. But it shows that bird, right? And probably feeling like they're in survival mode. When we go into survival mode, we lose most of our sense of strategy because we're in survival mode. The heart is beating fast. The mind is probably completely absent. We're just operating completely on our basic instincts, you know, and it's not really a good energy to be in if you need to problem solve, right? So the bird could be in like some type of barbed wire or twig where he's stuck. There's a level of problem solving to get himself unstuck, but it's hard to do that in survival mode. And so this card is definitely letting you know and to draw your attention to how you could be feeling about a situation, right? And maybe you're wanting to, it kind of brings up that energy of fight or flight, right? How are you feeling about it? What is it that you are wanting to do? Are you trying to kind of duck and dodge until it passes? Or are you doing your best to really find the best way forward on the path, right? But it's talking about how sometimes when we are in survival mode, it limits our possibilities to be creative, to solve problems. And so the whole purpose of this card coming out is to let you know that thinking through the situation is the best way. And when you start to find yourself operating in survival mode, it's trying to find ways to come out of that, to come back to your natural self, so that the decisions that you make, you know, will be ones that will help us, you know, reach higher levels of growth, not just looking for the simple, easy way out per se. And so some ways to bring ourselves back from survival mode would be, you know, go out in nature. Find what works for you and bringing yourself back to yourself. For some people, it's breathing. I'm a huge breather. For some people, it's exercise. For some people, it's going out and doing something, in nature. I'm a nature person too. Whatever that is for you, Sagittarius, that would bring you out of survival mode so that you can effectively handle situations, so you're not in survival mode and just trying to find the quickest way out to alleviate the pain. There's no real growth or no lesson being learned in that. Spirit may be asking you to make a more valuable decision that's going to allow you to pull the most out of that situation so you don't have to repeat it again, right? So you're in the situation, there's something you're supposed to learn, but you're so in a rush to get out of it, you forego the whole lesson. Now we have to construct another lesson so that you can get the information, so that you can get the experience that you're needing, right? So it's kind of like that, I feel. And so, good reading. I love this for you, Sagittarius. Lots of good things coming. Lots of things to take note of and to work on along the way too, okay? Overall, I feel like it's about really being discerning and open and aware of, what it is that you're connecting with. Some of it is purposeful, like we were talking about karmic connections, right? We know that that's only for a lesson. They are not necessarily things or people that are meant to, be on our whole journey with us. They're meant to teach us things, a lesson of some kind. And so the best way is to try to get the most out of that lesson so you can move ahead to the next part of your journey. And I feel like that's what this has been about. You're set on your path. This very much feels like someone who is on their path, right? But there's certain things that are necessary to receive. I think those are some of the things that Spirit is pointing out, okay? That's for you, Saggy. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also like, share, and comment. But if you're new, hit the subscribe so that you're notified if I go live or if I post more content, okay? Thank you, Saggy. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself and keep those eyes peeled, okay? Especially that spiritual one. Till next time, bye.